Yo. Yo. What is up, you guys? It's Violet Taylor here, and welcome back to Let's Catch a Vibe. Now, I hope everyone's feeling great, feeling amazing, feeling vibey. Wow, this episode was the shit, man. Oh my god. Anyway, I want to express by saying that I am loving the She-Hulk TV series. There's one episode left next week. But man, this episode was chock full of, I was laughing the whole time. So, pretty much straight in, this episode is going to have spoilers. You've been warned from now. Man, Daredevil. Daredevil. So, pretty much again, the beginning of this episode, we get Jen called on a case for a superhero called the Leapfrog. So, he is in Marvel Comics. Not really that much about him, really. He wants to help out in the comics. He's one of them people that wants to help out. Not really. He's very accident prone, but he tries to do his best. So, anyway, we start off in here with a scene from basically some thugs trying to steal a TV. So we get Leapfrog jumping there. Yeah, long story short, he ends up setting himself on fire with jet fuel that he puts in his boosters that we find out. So pretty much this is like a court case episode where they end up, he files a complaint against the tailor, which we know from the last couple of episodes that made Jen's suit. So Jen has to go in there and speak to the tailor. So obviously the tailor's not happy with his work being discredited and saying, you know, everything I make's flawless. You know what fashion designers are like. They don't take any criticism like that. Or most people don't take any criticism like that in that department. So Jen has to take him to court. But who is representing the tailor? Matt Murdock. So, obviously, Matt's in the courtroom. Matt's been doing this shit longer. He's just shutting down everything that she's saying. So she's a bit upset. So, we end up finding out that Matt uses his ability, because obviously the Leapfrog lifts us up and says, you know, what am I supposed to do? I don't get a new suit. Obviously, the judge throws the case out because Matt's making all the right points. But when he lifts up his boots, the Leapfrog, what did you use as fuel in your boosters? He said jet fuel. The tailor's like, did you not read my instructions? Did you not read my instructions? And so that's how the case gets thrown out. But anyway, after that, get a bit of a cool scene where Jen and Matt Murdock are at the bar. He buys her a drink, you know, they get to talking. They get on well. They get on well because they got a lot to talk about. So we get a bit of a chatter with them. Matt gets called away. She-Hulk gets called away, even though she just goes home. So obviously Matt goes after the Leapfrog because he's the enemy here. So what we end up having is the Leapfrog has stole the tailor, because obviously he's not happy. We get Jen gets phoned by the Leapfrog because Daredevil's literally on top of his car, which she doesn't find out until she gets there. And he's trying to track him down. So pretty much we get led to a car park scene, which you guys have seen from the previews. Daredevil have a bit of a fight. Jen wins. She unmasks him. Find out it's Matt Murdock. So, moving away from this, previously in the phone call, the Leapfrog told Jen where he was going to be, which was the Leapfrog. Now, I don't know what the law is on that, but why would you tell your lawyer, who you think you're paying for, that you got where your secret hideout is, and that you know, it makes no sense. You literally led her to you. She's got to abide by the law, my friend. Anyway, obviously, some rich punk that had a bit of money. So pretty much GK and H say, listen, we've got to represent him because his father's rich and they want to keep a good clientele base. So we end up finding out, we get to this warehouse scene where everybody knows warehouse scenes go down. Matt's like, you know, let me do my thing. Let me jump in there. Let me kick some ass. You know, you can come in later. So she's like, no way. So we get an old-fashioned callback to the Netflix Daredevil theme, which pretty much plays when we hear Jen talking to Matt. We hear the Daredevil theme, and I was like, ah! Everybody loved that Daredevil series. Everybody loved it. The theme was amazing. Anyway, come to this warehouse scene, which we know how Daredevil is in small corridors. You guys saw when he was wearing his black suit and absolutely kicked ass. Anyway, we pretty much get, you know, classic Daredevil jump in there. But bro, when I say I was pissing myself, you see these guys walk around and they're like, you know, the leapfrog's trying to give him names, and the guy's saying, listen, I'm happy with you being a frog, but I don't want to be no baby frog, right? They're walking, they're talking. The guy said, I thought he was going to call us tadpoles. Boom! And this guy just falls, but the sound, it's the sound that the baton hits his head. Oh, fucking, I was dying all the time. Anyway, moving away from that, we get Matt clean up the hallway. We get back up being called on the radio. Matt turns around. We got people coming at him. But then Jen just crashes through the thing, and she's like, She-Hulk, smash. She takes out like 4 or 5 guys. Well, I think it's like 5 or 6. Anyway, we get to this really, really cool scene where they're breaking there. I think Jen lifts up like an old-fashioned arcade machine and throws it. He's like, no, that's expensive. Because those things are like £1,000 and shit. Anyway, really, really cool scene with, them walking towards the designer. He's like, She-Hulk, you're supposed to be on my side. That's what Leapfrog said. He said, She-Hulk, you're supposed to be on my side. And she's like, no, I'm trying to save you. So the designer's like, come on, get me. Pulls him out. And they're discussing. And she's like, listen, we can probably say this is PTSD, or we can probably say this is trauma or something. And then Daredevil tries and he says, you can probably say it's PTSD. I'll go along with that. He says, so the Daredevil guy's a lawyer. I just like watching lawyer shows. Bang! Knocks somebody out. So obviously we get the Leapfrog that tries to say his famous catchphrase, which is it Rabbit something? Leaps out the window, does himself an injury because he's an idiot. So we get this really, really cool scene after that where, She-Hulk talks to Daredevil and says, you're not going to leave a statement for the police. He's like, that's not really my thing. Giving us kind of like a nod to Batman, and even she says, you're quite brooding. Back and forth. When you're going back to New York, because previously in the episode during that fight, she's like, yo, the Daredevil guy's doing it for me. Because they got she doesn't know they got a lot in common. So yeah, well, she does by this point. So anyway, long story short, they sleep together. Daredevil walks across in the morning and walks past an old woman and says, ma'am, in his full costume, man, you know what? It was nice to see. Finally, Jen's found somebody that she can actually connect with, which I actually like, because, it probably would have been Daredevil other than probably, I don't know, maybe if that Josh wasn't a dick. Anyway, we find out there's 10 minutes left of the episode, and she's like, what are you people still doing here? Like, we had a satisfying conclusion to the episode. What are you still doing here? But we have the gala party. So, pretty much we have this gala party. She-Hulk turns up in the designer's dress, because obviously during the court case, the designer was like, I hate you, I'm not working with you, we're done. This kind of, obviously, her saving his life kind of like cinches it so he makes it the gala dress. So, go to the gala now, everything's fine, pulling up all the female lawyers on stage, obviously, what's it like to be a female lawyer? One says she's absolutely ecstatic. Obviously, the main lawyer that we saw, Jen, get helped out by for getting her name She-Hulk, she says, underpaid, overworked, and you're constantly being asked what it's like to be a female lawyer, which ain't lying. It's one of those things in life. So, obviously, it's not a good thing. But, pardon me. So, yeah, we get Intelligentsia pop up on the screen. Pretty much, you remember Josh copied She-Hulk's phone. Her whole phone gets exposed. We see pictures of Captain America's ass. We see all these different documents and pictures. We even see somebody recorded She-Hulk with Josh. You don't see much, but you see her getting up on the bed, and she's like, oh, I love the fact that they was like, oh, and she's a liar, and by the way, she's a slut. I was like, what? That came out of left field. So anyway, Jen gets angry at this and smashes the screen, so everyone starts running. She finds these people recording her with a balaclava on their face. She runs outside, boom, breaks this wall, and then she gets pretty much these soldiers on her with like these blue cannons. So whether that's meant to be like a callback to the like sound disruptors that were in the Incredible Hulk in 2008, I don't know. Because let's be honest, they don't really know much about taking down a Hulk. Not many people do. But anyway, that ends the episode. But even she breaks the fourth wall and says, is this one of those tacked on things? Is the last episode the finale? Are we going to get like an abrupt thing from a Red Hulk? And I was like, what? Don't say that. We want the Red Hulk so bad. If you guys haven't seen it, Right here, I have a red She-Hulk pop from 2017. Really, really cool. Just wanted to add that in there. But yeah, guys, oh man, I'm excited for next episode. Obviously, we knew this was coming. The Disney Plus TV series has had this thing where the last 2 episodes is everything thrown in except for the kitchen sink, or might be the kitchen sink. But we finally got Daredevil. A lot of people are really going to enjoy this episode just for that fact. But man, I've literally just finished watching this episode, as you guys can see. Oh, it was cold. Not gonna lie, it was cold. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button. If you didn't enjoy the video, let me know in the comments down below why you didn't like the video. Let me know what is your favorite part of this episode. Again, going to be spoilers in the thumbnail, spoilers in the title. You've been warned. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new and join Team Let's Catch Your Vibe. Also, if you are new, please don't forget to switch on the bell notifications. Don't forget to smash the bell notifications to get notified as soon as I upload. But more importantly, don't forget to stay vibey. And remember, She-Hulk smash. Peace. Cheers.